What's going on, everybody? It's the NBA Guru Show. I'm Zach. This is Naf, and we are going on a deep dive in DeMarcus Cousins. Should his jersey be retired or should it not? And we're going ham on it. We're going deep dive. It's been a controversial take by Kings fans whether he should or should not be retired for his jersey in the rafters. Cousins came out with a quote saying that he thinks he deserves to be in the rafters, and for the Sacramento Kings. So we're gonna go deep dive in it and analyze if it is should be happening or not. So. Naf, what do you think? How you feeling about this? Talking a little Cousins during a little slow NBA summer season, off season.
Yeah, definitely a little slow news cycle. So shout out Cousins for giving us a quote we can dissect. Definitely a polarizing figure. So yeah, man, let's just get right into it.
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins definitely polarizing. The problem with Cousins, he's had great stats, excellent stats. I actually think he's one of the most, if not the most talented player to ever play in a Sacramento Kings jersey. That's even ahead of Chris Webber. I think he's right in that debate. But the problem is two problems. One is winning. He did not win in Sacramento. The highest total for a season wins. Do you want to guess how many? What's the most he's had in a season?
Say around 35.
Yeah, it's even less. 33. 33 wins as a Sacramento King and is the most wins in the Sacramento season. That is very low. No playoffs, obviously. That's one problem is the winning. Number two, it's the toxicity of DeMarcus Cousins. I think that's a decent word to use right here. Um, the guy's gotten into fights with teammates, coaches, commentators, journalists, you name it, the staff. He's had a problem with almost all, like every type of position in the NBA. He's been suspended multiple times. He even was suspended for confronting Sean Elliott for the Spurs during a game as a color commentator. Yeah, I will give him some credit. The Kings organization was definitely dysfunctional for during his tenure. Like he's had like what, six different coaches, two different owners, three different GMs. It's been ugly stuff in Sacramento. I'll definitely give him that. He can use it as a small excuse, but I think if you even see like later on in his career, he's always had the fights that didn't stop. He's always been toxic that never stopped. Even like a few weeks ago, he's doing some getting into fights with fans in Puerto Rico, man. He has not changed, so it definitely was a dysfunctional franchise, but he was also a little toxic himself. But yeah, that's just those are the two biggest problems for me for him being his jersey retired. What do you think, Nav?
Yeah, all fair points. I'll play a devil's advocate on this one, but I'll preface this by saying, I'm not a Sacramento Kings fan. Obviously, I know all of DeMarcus Cousins, off the court stuff. Obviously, it's been widely, noted and, we've all heard about it. So, yeah, but I'll play a devil's advocate on this one. I'll also preface this by saying that I think that jersey retirements happen and often way too much. I think that they need to be more strict in regards to the criteria. I think there's way too much retirements around the league. I mean, soon you're going to end up with like numbers in the 90s and stuff, like the Boston Celtics. I know there's only like 5 starters, but still, I just think it should be reserved for like legends and, maybe players that have stayed with one team for like 15 to 20 seasons and won championships. I guess you could give them a jersey retirement, but it should still be for like legends. Like, I mean, Kobe, MJ, LeBron, Shaq, like certified, like upper echelon, like top 100 NBA type players, in my opinion. But I will say, to play devil's advocate in regards to why DeMarcus Cousins should have his jersey retired. I think that on the court, he did everything that he could. You made fair points. He did play for a dysfunctional team, but he did average, like you said, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.2 blocks in 470 games as a King. And the reason I think that he should make it is because Vlade Divac jersey is retired. So that sets a precedent. And when you set that precedent, then I think that you have like he has an argument because Vlade Divac had one All-Star appearance, averaged 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block in 454 games. So, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins' stats are much better than Vlade's, and then Vlade also passed on Luka Doncic, so that he should have his jersey unretired just for that, to be honest. So, I mean, when you set this is the
I
problem when
would
you
agree
set
with you.
precedents, yeah, yeah. So when you set precedents like that, then you give DeMarcus Cousins an argument to have his jersey retired. But I understand the off the court stuff and his friction with the fan base. So yeah, I'll just play devil's advocate. I would say that why not retire his jersey?
Yeah, the Vlade point is a good point because that's really one way. That's one avenue to go about it. I actually agree with you. I don't think Vlade deserved to be retired. Actually, I know he was part of winning culture. A lot of the players, fans, everyone loved him. That's kind of why he got some of the clout to get his jersey retired up there. Averaged 11 points, 8 rebounds. That's nothing. 6 years as being a king. I don't think he deserved it. So I agree with you there that that's a fair point. Setting that precedent. But the one thing about Vlade, everybody loved him. The whole fan base loved him. The organization loved him. He was very well respected in the league and for the Sacramento. So I think that's one difference there. Even though I don't agree, I'm with you. I don't think he should have been
So Doug
retired.
McDermott, man, we're gonna hang up Doug McDermott's jersey. I mean, come on, man. You can't just
Yeah,
be
it's
taking like attitude and stuff. I mean,
no,
that's not
no.
really a criteria for. I
Yeah,
guess it
no, I
is
agree.
technically if like you're the team, but still, I don't think it
Yeah,
should be. But
no, for sure. Vlade shouldn't be up there. I know he was part of winning culture and stuff like that, but yeah, he was not a
Vlade has
top
no
two player. And
business. Yeah, his jersey has
yeah,
no business being
no,
retired.
no business. Another player that was retired and for Sacramento is Mitch Richmond, so we can kind of look at him to compare. Mitch Richmond has had some good accolades: 6 All-Stars, 5 All NBA teams, and 3 of them were All NBA second teams. He was an All-Star MVP for one year, and yeah, he was
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the Year, played for the Dream Team. Pretty good stuff. But as you know, for Sacramento, he's got those 6 All-Stars. He was in like 3 top 16 MVP voting. For that's something. But yeah, and for Cousins, he only made the All-Star team 3 times as a King and 2 All-NBA second teams. Um, but yeah, it's that's also one thing. And one thing I haven't mentioned yet that's huge, the difference in wins. Cousins, like I mean, we already talked about, yeah, 33 wins for Cousins. Mitch Richmond had 39 in a playoff appearance against the Supersonics in '96. So that's just another comparison right there if we're kind of comparing the other jerseys up in the rafters for Sacramento. So
Yeah, but
definitely,
39 wins in a 14 team Western Conference too. I mean, it was a little easier back then, but I
yeah,
mean,
that's
he did
fair.
his Sacramento Kings resume is probably the best. I mean, it's between him
Hmm.
and Chris Webber.
Hmm.
There's no argument there. I think those two should definitely, for sure, have had their jerseys retired.
Yeah. And what Peja? I think Peja deserves it. I know it's a
Mm,
little bit borderline, but I think I would give it to him. He was the second best player on the team and got an MVP voting fourth the year Chris Webber wasn't there. I don't know.
yeah,
What do you think about Peja's?
Peja's a tough one for me because, like I said, I want stricter criteria. 3 straight All Star appearances, though, average 18.3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in his 8 seasons with the Kings. Like you said, fourth in MVP voting. Yeah, that one's tight for me. It would be really close call with Peja. I would really have to do some digging
Mhm.
in terms of like what my criteria would be. But yeah, he definitely should have his jersey retired as a King
Yeah, yeah.
based on what's happened or whose jerseys have been retired in the past anyway.
Yeah, Cousins. Some other points. Like I said, he always has fights with teammates. He's gotten kicked out of practice. The one teammate that's been famous that he yelled at was Nick Stauskas. That was a pretty big one. Just not a good team player. Not just a toxic person to be around. Not a not making his teammates better. I don't know like if he even made his teammates better. Like not like I don't remember like a player like oh like Cousins made him a better player around him. So that's something to throw in there. And And like he wasn't. I mean, it's unfortunate that they traded. The Kings got Buddy Hield the 10th pick in a draft for him. That's not that much, and to put him in the rafters like that. And another thing I will say that he's talked so much trash about this Sacramento Kings, the team, the organization. They do deserve a lot of criticism. But to put someone like that in the rafters that's talked so much trash about the Kings community, all the coaches he's had fights with, all the all the staff, everything. Like he's had altercations with so many different people, and to just do it for the sake of his stats and stuff like that, I don't see it.
What if he apologized though, man? What if he's remorseful and he just came out on like an apology tour around Sacramento and they just welcomed him back and it's all lovey dovey? Still,
Uh,
still
I
no.
think if he did apologize, I feel like it'll be disingenuous. I think the damage has been
Wow,
done. Damage has been done. Yeah.
disingenuous. Wow,
But yeah,
interesting.
uh,
You think the damage has been done? Irreversible damage is what you're
yeah.
saying, huh?
I think it's done, and I think that Sacramento should not be retiring his jersey just because, like, there's not been much talent for Sacramento just to retire it for the sake of, oh, he had good stats and stuff like that. He did all he could. I mean, I get that, but there's a lot of off-court stuff, and his accolades weren't as high as we think, in my opinion, and no winning as well. So for those three reasons, I'm out. No Cousins in the rafters. We'll wait for another decent player for Sacramento, hopefully.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Sounds like most of the criticism is off the court. I think his on the court numbers warrants his jersey to be retired, but I mean, off the court does matter in regards to this stuff. I mean, it's why Nick Collison had his jersey retired
Mm,
after 14 seasons with the
that's
Thunder,
fair. That's
but he only averaged 6 points and 6 rebounds. But he played 910
oh
games for
wow.
them. Udonis Haslam, same thing. 20 seasons for the Heat. He'll have his jersey retired, 7.5 points and 6 rebounds. I mean, these guys like that have had their jersey retired, it's almost strictly just based off like their merit,
Yeah.
not their on the court production. Whereas with Cousins, it's pretty much the opposite.
Hmm.
It would have to flip. So, yeah, I mean, I will say, I mean, what do you think? Like the best player that Cousins played was like what Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned some of his
He
teammates.
had like Isaiah Thomas or something, in Rudy
Isaiah
Gay. Yeah.
Thomas, like, I mean, these are bad teams,
Yeah.
man. Like, they did not surround him with any talent.
Yeah.
Honestly, him winning 33 games with that roster is could be like a feat in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sacramento Kings have just been such a wasteland, and after 2000, after they made their last playoff appearance in the mid 2000s, I mean, it's I guess it's like the Browns. They're like the 21st century Browns in the NFL, where like QBs would just get drafted or they would go there and it would just be like, no offensive line, no wide receivers, like no good coaching, like no structure. You almost knew like when a QB gets drafted to a bad situation, it's just like they're set up to fail. I mean, obviously NBA is different. You have a little more control. It's only 5 players.
Hmm.
It's a lot less team dependent. But I would say like the Kings are almost like the Cleveland Browns in the 21st century, where he was just set up to fail, and that's why when he got traded to New Orleans, he was putting up some of the best numbers of his career. I mean, him and Anthony Davis
All
were
right.
putting up video game numbers, and then he blew out his Achilles, and he was never the same player after that. As a big man, blowing out your Achilles, that's almost pretty much a career ender,
Yeah.
especially in your when he was in his late 20s. So yeah, man, he does have he was part of the 2016 Olympic team that won gold. He played. I think he's in that final game versus Serbia. He scored 13 points, had 15 rebounds. So he played in the NBA Finals with the Golden State Warriors in 2019. I mean, these obviously are non-Kings
Yeah.
related stuff in regards to DeMarcus Cousins, but yeah, he was never the same player really after the Achilles
He's-
injury. I think that it's a shame it happened when it did because him and Anthony Davis look like, probably one of the best front court duos, that the game has ever seen.
yeah, I agree.
So, yeah,
He's
we definitely, like you said, one of the most talented players ever in Kings history.
Yeah, his the team he had that had that 33 games was Rondo, like a post prime Rondo, and Rudy Gay were the other guys, and Darren Collison, Omri Caspi, Bellinelli. But yeah, it's Definitely agree on some of the points, but yeah, we'll see. We'll let the fans give us their comments. Let us know what you guys think.
Do you think that they will ever retire it?
No,
I don't think
no,
so. Probably
yeah,
not, huh?
I don't think so. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys are out there, like, subscribe, do all that
Yeah, let
fun
us know.
stuff.
Let us know what you guys
Yeah, and
think.
let us know. Let us know if his jersey should be up there. So number 15. Uh, yeah, we'll let it go on that. Appreciate you guys for checking out another episode of the NBA Guru Show, and keep watching. We'll be posting some good content soon. Take care, guys.
See ya.